You want to sit? Yeah, I'm sweaty. You sweaty? Hey.
I mean, what's it like being able to have the gang around every day of practice and get that luxury in your hometown?
It's an amazing feeling, you know, anytime you get to come back to your hometown, but have your children and family witness the schedule that you go through every day. It makes it a lot easier for training camp knowing that you got them there. You know, your off day, you can go stay with them and, feel like it's family and they're not 2 hours away in Leesburg. So it's very beneficial for me.
How comfortable are you playing on the same line as Trent Williams as far as just knowing his game and as far as if he, say, we're out until, he's not going to be but a week before the first game, like how comfortable would you be that you know each other's game so well he could jump right in and there wouldn't be a problem?
I think, first of all, the leader that he is on the field for us and off and on the field, the things he's done, the O-line camp we have every year and, the standard that he holds the guys to on the line, the work ethic where we come out 20 minutes before the practice starts, 20 minutes after, we're the last people to leave the field. It's a standard, it's a standard playing offensive line here that we have set, not just with Trent, but with Callahan as well. He expects us when we come out here, no matter if we're hurt, whatever it is, to come out there and give our best that day. And we keep each other in line having those standards. And, we've obviously over the last year, we've had a lot of injuries, but, having Trent, I've seen Trent not practice all week and come in a game and dominate. But the thing that helps him with that is because of the standards that we keep him with. When we're in meetings, if you're not getting the reps outside on the field, you need to lock in on meeting time. So when you go out there, you can be flawless in your game. So we hold each other to a good, we hold each other to a high expectation, and that's what makes our offensive line successful.
Along those lines, you guys all play through injuries, but to see Trent have an injury so bad last year that he couldn't play through it, given how much he plays through, how bad was that injury, and how confident are you that now that he's gotten it fixed, he's going to be back to his kind of Pro Bowl self?
You can already see it now. He hasn't lost a step. The guy, obviously, we know he's a credible athlete. He runs like a deer. He runs like a guy that's supposed to be playing slot receiver. But the work ethic he's put in off and on this off season and in season, being here, obviously being here and not being able to do everything, but he's doing individuals in meetings, making sure the big thing is about not being, if you're not 100% physically, is being 100% mentally. So when you get on the field, you can just worry about the physical part and not the mental stuff. And so having him here, although he's not participating in everything, is a huge thing for us as an offense.
You dealt with some injuries last year as well. How are you? How's your did your rehab come along this offseason? How are you feeling now?
I feel great. Obviously, it makes it a lot easier to get on the field when you have guys like Brandon Sheriff and Trent Williams and Sean Laval, those guys that, they're waiting for you out there. It makes it a lot during the season, battling through the injury, it makes it a lot easier to come in on Sunday and play because, those guys hold you to that standard. In offensive line, we're always going to play through something. But the rehab has been great, just polishing everything, making sure I'm not dipping my toe in the water and just jumping in and just figuring it out. And, obviously going against Ryan Kerrigan every day helps out a lot because, he's an elite pass rusher. So anytime you get that time and those moments on the field with him, you really got to take advantage of them.
How different is it with Alex? I mean, you're just now getting used to it.
Obviously in these last couple of days, obviously I didn't get any reps during OTAs and stuff. So,
right.
I'm still kind of getting the feel. But you can just tell by the 3 days, 4 days we've been on the field how much the playbook has grown because he's just not a thrower. He can run. You have to respect his run. We got a little bit of, option stuff coming in and stuff like that. And it helps us all out as an offense and as a defense because, the Eagles run similar plays with Carson Wentz. And so they get a guy on our team that they see that every day. So the qualities that he brings as a man and as a football player are 0 to none, man. He's a great person, great personality, great leader, and we love him.
Specific to some of the option stuff you reference, you watch practice, you notice it. You can't. It stands out. How much does it help to have athletic tackles like you and Trent to game plan that sort of stuff?
It's great, for us getting out there and just knowing getting the idea of where he is, obviously with a quarterback that has different versatilities of running the ball and stuff like that, the defense are going to try to attack you in a different way because they necessarily don't want him to move off the spot. Because if you look at last year, I mean, he ate a lot of people up getting out of the pocket and throwing it 50, 60 yards down the sideline to Tyreek Hill, who, is a amazing speed guy, and we got Paul Richardson. So, it helps us out a lot because, sometimes we mess up a little bit as offensive linemen. Our guys get a little free, and knowing that he can step up in the pocket and flush, and, it helps out us out a lot. Sorry.
Martin, could this be the most talented backfield that you've had since you've been here with all the running backs that you guys have?
Dude, that's a good question. I tell you this. Every running back we have has stepped up their game. I tell you that. I mean, just being able to watch and sit back in OTAs, you can see you can't call Fat Rob anymore because he's not fat anymore. So we have to scratch that nickname out. And P-Ron, obviously, going to his second year, has a better understanding and knowledge of the game and the offense. And obviously, Geis, man, the dude talks the talk and he walks the walk, man. So having those guys, and plus CT, who I think is the best third down back in the NFL when healthy, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting preseason because having all four of those guys, it makes the roster a little full.
I wanted to ask you about some of the guys you've gone against. Ryan Anderson has been back, obviously. He's missed a couple days. But what have you seen from him so far this offseason?
I mean, I think the biggest adjustment as coming from your rookie into your second year is the professionalism. And, you can see when he comes into the building every day, he has something that he wants to work on, whether it's on the field or off the field. Is it getting stronger in the weight room, the knowledge of the game, of watching the game on your iPad or whatever it is, more understanding the defense and concepts. And you can see that about him when he walks around. He, instead of talking all the time, he gives you like the head nod, and he's on his way doing something. And I think that's a good thing for him. And I think you can tell the leadership is rubbing on him, as in Ryan Kerrigan and Preston and McPhee, the older guys in the room. That he's starting to shape his way into that professionalism as a football player.
Same question about Pete Robertson.
Oh man, I tell you. When Pete first got here, man, I tell you, you would have thought he was more of a special team guy. And, when we had a lot of guys down and out, he got a lot of reps. And you can see the burst that he has, the speed. He brings another aspect to the game. And he works hard, man. It's not one thing you can tell him to do, he's not going to do it. You tell him to go get some water 50 yards down the field, he's going to run and get water 50 yards down the field. He just has that mentality. He just wants to help the team, and he wants to come out and get better. And the big thing about him, after he gets reps out there, he'll come to you and be like, hey, what do you see? What can I do more? What can I use? Against it might not work against us, but he's like, hey, what can I do? What do you see? And a guy that's willing to come off and put his pride to the side and ask those questions is a guy that's trying to get better every day.
Hi, how was your off day? What did you do yesterday?
Off day, me and my wife drove to Charlottesville for our last doctor's appointment. So our son is coming August 7th. So we have a busy we've had a busy off season, but and she's been playing mommy daycare with all the kids, as you can see, coming out here every day. So that's what we did our off day.
Congratulations on the newest one.
Thank you.
And then also,
No. Ho. I got some nieces and nephews up here today, all right? These three right here are mine. Number 4, third boy in a row. We're working on a semi-pro offensive line right now.
And then just, I guess, looking on the field-wise, how important is it for you guys to stay healthy so you can get an image of really what this O-line and this team can do? But if you need to handle that, you can.
Come on, buddy. You all right? I'll tell you something about these guys. You know it's bad when you get off the field in practice and they're like, Daddy, you sweaty? Daddy, you tired? And they look at you and say, Dad, you're getting old. I'm like, dang, man. It's 5 years in already? But can you repeat the question?
Yeah. Just being able to, stay healthy so far this training camp, looking forward, how important is that so you guys can see the pieces coming together come week 1?
Obviously us being out there is very important, especially getting the reps with a new offense, with a new running back, receiving core, Alex getting used to it. It's very important for us to get out there. But, speaking to Alex and knowing his professionalism, being in the league for a while, he wants his guys 100% and not 85%, And that's why you don't see us rushing back, And plus, you know, like guys like Trent, you know, me, Ty, we've been in the league for a number of years, so we kind of know what to expect to get our bodies together. But, you know, our training staff, our weight room, they've done a great job of giving us the tools to, you know, make sure we're ready and up and going, whether it's taking a little bit off in the weight room so we can get through practice and, you know, lifting on our off days instead of lifting on the day that we have practice. It's been great. So just trying to, you know, fine-tune things, and so when we get out there, we're on one accord and it doesn't look like we haven't been together for months. Yep, thank you.